Hello everybody, welcome to another Legendary Builds. Today we're going to celebrate 700 subscribers as Samson, the biblical Hercules. Or is Hercules the Greek Samson? Just gonna open that can of worms right away. And speaking of cans of worms, let me just get one thing out of the way. As a former Christian, I know full well how butthurt some Christians can be, especially if you imply, even unintentionally, that something from the Bible is fiction rather than fact. Such as making a video on a biblical figure and calling it a legendary build. While this isn't my intent, as far as I'm concerned, the only difference between religion and mythology is how many people still actively follow it. What we call mythology today, other people called religion 1,000 years or so ago. If you believe in the Bible and believe that Samson was real and not myth, good for you. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm calling this a legendary build anyway. There are people today who still worship Thor, and I called that a legendary build too. And I will be just as reverent here as I was there. So if you can't handle a little religious ribbing, walk away. Final warning. So with that out of the way, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with ability scores. Using the standard point array, we'll put the 15 and 14 to Strength and Constitution. The Hercules comparison is no accident. Next we'll put the 13 to Charisma. He managed to get a wife despite being demonstrably an asshole. After that will be the 12 in Dexterity. He's dexterous enough to wrangle 300 foxes and tie them together by their tails to torches. Impressive! Still animal abuse. Lastly, we'll put the 10 and 8 into Intelligence and Wisdom. He was smart enough to lie to Delilah about his weakness 3 times, but dumb enough to eventually tell her anyway. Even though each time he lied, she immediately tried to do the thing he said would make him weak. Yes, I know, I see the scores, just don't pay attention to it. For race, we're going to take Variant Human. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, finally something other than Azamar. We'll put our +1s into Strength and Constitution and take the Tavern Brawler feat, bumping Strength. Now we can use a donkey's jawbone to kick some donkey. We'll also take Religion for our skill. His strength was based on his holy vows, and speak Common and Celestial. He asked God for one last favor, and he got it. For background, we're going to go with Simic Scientist. Samson was of course known for his biologic experiment. Yeah, no, we're going folk hero. He's literally from the book of the Bible dedicated to them. We'll get Rustic Hospitality, Animal Handling and Survival, Land Vehicles, and Weaver's Tools. He and Delilah had a weaver's loom. Who says it was Delilah's? Moving on to class, we are, of course, a Barbarian. Because what else would a mythical mountain of muscle with anger issues be? Have I mentioned that I'm not doing this on purpose? We'll get Strength and Constitution saving throws, pick Athletics and Intimidation for skills, and be proficient with light and medium armor, shields, and all weapons. At level 1 we'll get Rage and Unarmored Defense, and level 2 we'll get Danger Sense and Reckless Attack. At level 3 we'll get our Primal Path, taking Path of the Zealot for Divine Fury and Warrior of the Gods. Samson's strength comes whenever he is seized by the Spirit of the Lord. There's your free rage for flavoring. At level 4 we'll get an ability score improvement which will balance out our Strength and Constitution. At level 5 we'll get extra attack and fast movement, and at level 6 we'll get Fanatical Focus. And not the kind that will be on me from Christians who can't take a joke. At level 7 we'll get Feral Instinct and Instinctive Pounce. At level 8 we'll get another ability score improvement which will cap our strength. A city gate was in his way, so he just picked it up and walked away with it. At level 9 we'll get our first Brutal Critical, and level 10 we'll get Zealous Presence. At level 11 we'll get Relentless Rage. Do you know how angry you have to be to kill 1,000 men with a donkey's jawbone? At level 12 we'll get another ability score improvement which we'll use to take the Grappler feat. Laying the lion in the grass is either a wrestling move or a sex position. Probably both. At level 13 we'll get our second Brutal Critical, and level 14 we'll get Rage Beyond Death. Samson killed more men in his final act than he did his entire life. That's a lot of Philistines. At level 15 we'll get Persistent Rage. Again, 1,000 men, donkey's jawbone. At level 16 we'll get another ability score improvement which we'll use to take the Tough feat. At level 17 we'll get one last Brutal Critical, and at level 18 we'll get Indomitable Might. At level 19 we'll get one last ability score improvement which we'll put into Constitution. At level 20 we'll get Primal Champion. Now that we're level 20 we finally have our modifiers. Moving on to inventory, we'll take a donkey's jawbone and give it club stats. Our AC with armor defense is 17, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 305 with 20 D12 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Thank you everybody so much for watching and for reaching 700 subscribers. This one kind of snuck up on me, not gonna lie. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week for something new that I want to try out.